College has given me the flexibility to pursue my passions and my interests, and I've recreated my identity for myself aside from just being an athlete.
My greatest personal discovery has been that I am capable of doing things that I didn't know I was capable of doing.
To be able to study what I wanted to and continue to play the sport I love, all of those things came together very nicely in one package in Division III.
I just wanted to get good grades and to do well. But it also made me realize that I have a lot of career goals.
You're there to get a full college experience, not only participate in your sport, but participate in things outside of that, and it's all about growing as a person.
My coaches have helped me with figuring out who I really am. Their lives are dedicated for us to succeed.
A live look here at the University of Lynchburg's campus, the Hornet statue being draped in rain as we are ready for today's second round matchup that features the Ducks of Stevens and the Hornets of Lynchburg. Hello again, friends and fans. Welcome inside the booth. I'm Joe Hutzler, your narrator on this journey today. These two teams one step closer to a championship berth in East Hartford, Connecticut, but they'll have to get through this one today first. Stevens and Lynchburg victors yesterday, really dominant on offense, both teams. Stevens, that defense is going to be put to the test today, though, against Lynchburg, a team that has more wins than anybody else in the tournament, a team that averages over 18 goals per game. It's going to be a crucial component of today's success for Lynchburg and for the Ducks. They've already got something going for them. It's raining, and anytime it rains, it's a great day to be a Duck. So we'll see how things go for them. All right, let's talk about the individuals that we will be highlighting to start today, and we're going to begin, of course, with your high scorers for both teams. Ryan Gephardt with 5 goals yesterday, Freedom Player of the Year in the MAC Conference, over 70 goals, over 100 points. He's the second Duck in program history to do that. He is going to be a huge cog in the offensive wheel today for Stevens. As for Lynchburg, well, they've got a lot of folks we could choose, and we're finally getting a chance to talk about Ryan Kenny on one of these pregame shows. He has had a stellar season, just 12 starts. He's averaging over a hat trick per game, 3.5 goals per game. He had 6 goals yesterday to go along with 2 assists as well. He's going to be a force against this Ducks defense. Speaking of the defense, the last line of defense for both of these squads are the goalies, and Jake Sayer, we'll talk about him first. This will be his 15th game of the season. He's averaging just 6.8 goals against throughout the year, 81 saves, and another win yesterday. He is flawless, wins and losses-wise, with 11 wins and no blemishes on his record this year. And for Lynchburg, it's the sophomore Patrick Moore. He also has a stellar goals against average at 7.24, almost 150 saves on the year, a 15-2 record, and proving that even at a young age, you can make big plays and be an impact player in the NCAA tournament. There's Coach Peluso, Gene Peluso, graduated from Nazareth in 1992, took over this program 12 seasons ago, and almost had 140 victories in his time after winning the Coach of the Year this season in the MAC. In the ODAC, another Coach of the Year honor for Steve Kudelka after the 8th ODAC championship in program history, making their 9th straight NCAA tournament appearance and trying to get on to the Final 8 that would be next Saturday in Salisbury, Maryland. Starting lineups being announced for both squads. This is a Stevens team that is coming into this contest with a record of 14-2. Of course, as you can figure out by the pregame stuff, they are the MAC Freedom champions. Lynchburg at 17-2, the ODAC champions, hoping to continue their winning streak at home, where they are 12-0. I had to admire my work for a moment there. Apologies. Pre-game still happening here on the field. As you can see, Lynchburg getting ready to announce their starters. We weren't able to get all the starters in our book here for Stevens, so we'll figure out who those are as the game begins. And you'll see every one of Lynchburg's. Chris D'Arminio coming out first. Quentin Ritchie, the face-off expert for this squad, the graduate transferring from Mary Washington this season. Kyle Lewis, who had a great game yesterday with just 1 goal but 6 assists for the assist leader on the team. Trammell Robinson, also a hat trick yesterday, one of 3 Hornets with 3 goals or more. Ryan Kenny, we've talked about him already, and we'll plan to talk about him some more. Tyler Gallagher, the ODAC Player of the Year and ODAC Scholar Athlete of the Year, who plans to transfer, well, I shouldn't say transfer, but take his talents to Ohio State next year in the biomedics graduate program, and will also play lacrosse for the Buckeyes, which is got to be a little bit odd considering that his family are lifelong Penn State fans, but apparently their offer wasn't good enough. So off to Columbus he goes next year to continue his lacrosse career, similar to a former Lynchburg men's lacrosse player, the D3 Player of the Year last season, Kevin Rogers, who is still playing lacrosse with the High Point University Panthers. They will battle Duke today at 5 p.m. on the D1 side of the bracket. Oh. The winner of this matchup will face the winner of Stevenson and CNU. That currently is happening right now. I believe they are either at a quarter break. No, they're at halftime at the moment. Stevenson with a slim lead. We will make sure that we check in on the action periodically throughout the broadcast. We will do that coming up between the first and second quarter and see who the winner of this game will play. We are underway from Schellenberger Field. The Ducks with the first chance, but it came out of the stick of Larry Park before he could find his way to the goal. Not sure if rain has anything to do with that at all. Not a hard rain, but just enough to be annoying here today and enough to play a role in what may happen with the ball, with the sticks. Certainly has adjusted the way the fans are watching today over on the far side of the field, checking out the game from the balconies at Westover Hall. Wasn't that long ago McQuain Hall was there and people were watching out their windows. Now they don't have to do that. Brett Rogers, he got the scoring started yesterday. Not this time, as Zayer makes a huge stop and the Ducks will obtain possession. That's going to be a big storyline, I believe, is the play of Jake Zayer. Mentioned it a little bit in the pregame, but not really tested a lot by Catholic, especially in the first quarter of yesterday's win over the Cardinals. But when he was tested in the second and third quarter, did not have his best showing. So this Lynchburg team will look to pounce on that, a squad that averages, well, it has a percentage, I should say, shots on goal percentage of 62%. They average 53 shots per game. They had 70 yesterday. Over 1,000 shots on the year for the Hornets. Now Stevens offense with Matt Logan. Beg your pardon, that's Brendan Sullivan. Didn't see that extra curvy part of the 4. Good swim move here from Gebhardt. Trying to get his hands free. Working against Clayton Jones, lets it go, and Moore is there for his first save. Rebound, though, swept out from the crease, and the Ducks will have a fresh shot clock to work with. If you missed any action yesterday of Stevens and Catholic, when 42 has it, he's going to shoot it. Doesn't matter where he's at. If there's an inch of space, he's letting it go, so be prepared for that when he has possession. Michael Burns, top side. Check from behind by Clayton Jones. The senior from right here in Lynchburg, Virginia, causes a turnover. Dishes ahead to Alec Pupchis. Pupchis finds Lewis, and he will give it back to Peter Robertson as the midfield makes substitutions. Colin Dean takes over. Dean did not have to be the man yesterday. Rogers gives it back to Dean. Here's a chance and a score! One shot, one goal for Colin Dean. The team leader in goals now has 49 on the year, and the Hornets go up 1-0 early. Going early at the faceoff dot was Larry Park, so Lynchburg will take it cleanly after that violation. It'll be the second group of midfielders for the Hornets: Brooks Poley, Dylan Wolf, and Ty Mitchell. Wolf, who has the ball now with a goal yesterday. Ty Mitchell, his brother Riley, had 2 goals yesterday. Stevens gave up the first goal against the Cardinals yesterday and bounced back to take a 7-2 advantage after the first quarter. So no need to be worried just yet. Ryan Gephardt gives it up. Tyler Ryan, who had a couple really good chances yesterday, just some bad luck on some shots and some whistles that went against his team. Trying to bounce back here with a tally. Burns looking for some space for the pass. Lynchburg covering the Ducks. No room for their wings to get open here. Burns goes after it short side, and it bounces behind Moore, but across the goal line, never over it. Jack Savarese, an excellent hat trick day yesterday, but swarmed by the Hornets defense, and eventually Ryan picks up that loose ball, but only 4 seconds to shoot. Jake Wright recognizes it, and the ball never came close to being a shot. This is what we had in mind last night. A couple of us sitting around talking about the potential of today's matchup. The Stevens offense has not faced a defense like this in 2021, so it may take them a little bit longer to make the adjustments necessary to find good open spaces to shoot from. Here's Riley Mitchell, checked by Eggleston. Mitchell back to his right, dishes to Dean, bounces one, finds Lewis inside. Kenny off the post and away. Dangerous pass as Robinson was there all over it. However, it still connects, and the Ducks survive a great chance from the Hornets from a great shooter in Ryan Kenny. That's definitely one worth rewinding for, but you don't have to do that. We'll do it for you. Here's Sullivan working against Cole Nestor. Not much movement by the Ducks yet on this possession. They are out shooting Lynchburg 4-3. Each keeper with an assist. Lynchburg scoring the only goal thanks to Colin Dean. Another check that knocks the ball away, but the Ducks survive. However, they're running out of time in the shot clock now with 20 seconds remaining. Sullivan, dominant righty, throws it with the left. It'll stay down here, much to the chagrin of the Hornet faithful. 10 seconds to shoot. And it's the right guy with the ball in his cross. Ryan Gephardt ties it up at 1. Great look at it here in his right hand, just enough room to his left, and through the legs of Moore for Gephardt's 72nd goal of the season, .101 in 2021. Swept back, scooped up, and it's the Ducks with possession. Daniel Crotty again with solid work on the ground ball with lots of pressure coming his way. And Crotty again will help the Ducks on the clear. Just 2 missteps yesterday on clears. Open space out top, and it's blocked by Pupshis. Early yesterday, you could tell the Ducks don't mind shooting from long range, as Josiah Martin's able to scoop that up with no pressure. Well, Lynchburg's defense not afraid to get in front and take one for the team. Alec Pupshis has been good for that all season long. I still say it comes from his love of ice hockey. Just instincts when you're playing defense to get in front of the puck. Dylan Wolf has some room. Tries to sweep through 2 defenders. Nothing doing there. Again, Crotty and Cawley providing that wall. On the other end in transition, a shot and a save from Patrick Moore. Sean Coulter, a senior out of Pennsylvania, taking that shot. Both of these teams very impressive yesterday in their transition offense, catching the defense off guard or outnumbered on their heels, and more often than not converting with the ball in the back of the net. Rogers recollects, has room. Lost it on his chance to swim through. Lewis will scoop it up. Sends it back here to Mitchell. Nobody in the middle to pass it to. So a reset back at X with 30 seconds on the shot clock. Mitchell, GLE, Kenny, long shot. Glances off the helmet of Crotty and bounces away. 23 seconds to shoot. Thought they were asking about a clock issue, but to my knowledge, everything is correct. Now the officials will get together as Jake Zayer looks on. Tested twice, 1 save, 1 goal against. Dean, 1 more to Kenny, but threw it behind. And a turnover for Lynchburg. 3rd turnover already for the Hornets. They had 9 turnovers before garbage time in yesterday's contest. Sullivan moves it back to the top. Gephardt, all kinds of time, and a clang banger off the left post. So much force out of 1 cross. And the Hornets are fortunate that it was just off the mark. Certainly left a mark. And a bouncer that finds its way past Moore. A bit of a slow change-up style there. Of course, if you're Moore, you just saw Gephardt's rocket, and then it's Ryan Kaplis, the senior from North Carolina. Slows it up, bounces it off the turf, and in. 3rd goal of the weekend for number 50. Park and Ritchie at the face-off dot. taken out of midair by France. And it's Sean Coulter and the Ducks getting possession one more time on offense. Just like yesterday, they gave up the first goal, but have bounced back and taken the lead 2-1. They eventually held a 5-goal advantage after the first quarter yesterday. Don't think we're going to see that in this one, but maybe another goal coming, as that one just went wide from Jake Wright. Had his man beat for sure. Burns, shaded by Martin, another local Lynchburg product. Josiah Martin forcing Burns to his left. Open shot, and you kind of wonder maybe Savary should have took a few steps in, GLE there. But his eyes got big as he saw no one in front, took the shot anyway. 24 seconds on the clock. Under 4 minutes to play in the first. One-timer up top and saved by Moore, his third of the quarter so far. Both of these goalies with pretty good days in net. Moore did not even have to finish the game in goal. Tyler Hadley came in and had a solid showing as well. Zaire with over 10 saves in yesterday's win over the Cardinals. Chance for Lynchburg to tie it up on this possession. The Hornets have not trailed in the postseason, either ODAC games nor yesterday. As Ty Mitchell sends one that lands outside the crease. They are trying to get back to it, and eventually it is the Ducks regaining possession, and now they've got numbers to their advantage. Sprinting down the other side on pass. Gephardt spins, looking for some open space. Lets it go and misses wide left. Great job by that defense from the Ducks to swarm the ball after Zaire couldn't quite find it. They became his best friends in that moment. Great teammates, making sure that that one Lynchburg player could not pick it up. And now once again we're looking to our left as the Ducks hold serve up by one late in the first quarter. The winner moves on to Salisbury for the Elite Eight. They will take on either CNU or Stevenson, who are tied at 3 right now in the third quarter. Gephardt working against Albright, breaks free. Moore with the stop, and Albright will scoop it up. Pass connects to Cole Nestor. Under 2 minutes to play, and Lynchburg's offense wants to walk through and slow things down a bit. Formation comes in from the sideline. It's been 11 minutes since that man scored, and he does it again. Colin Dean ties it up with 1:09 to go in the first. 11 minutes and 10 seconds to be exact. Goal number 50 for Colin Dean in his graduate returnee year. Coming back with the goal of going further north than he does for home, that's for sure, up to Connecticut. The Maryland native, one of 5 Hornets to come back and use that extra year of eligibility. And after a face-off win from Quentin Ritchie, they try to take the lead before the end of the quarter. Riley Mitchell fakes the handoff, and it's pushed around to Trammell Robinson, who just misses it left. Different running offense there than we've seen this weekend and even in the postseason. Kind of like that play. Caught the Ducks off guard. Robinson just not able to find space on the far side of the goal. 25 seconds left in the first quarter. Lewis out top. Mitchell lets it go, and it clangs off the post and away. 5 seconds left. Lynchburg will have one more chance at it on a long pass, trying to quickly get it in. Wolf gives it. This is Rogers. 2 seconds inside, and Robinson lets it go and misses at the horn. We stay tied at 2 apiece. The Ducks putting up a big fight here on Schellenberger Field. The Hornets trying to continue their winning streak at home. It's a 2-2 game here in this second round of the NCAA D3 Men's Lacrosse Tournament on LHSN.
Football has taught me a lot throughout my life. It's definitely had a huge imprint on who I am as a person. Competing at a Division III level created that opportunity for me to go to college. Not only was I the first one in my family to graduate college, but I was really the first one to even go. Being the first one, I'm breaking that cycle, and now that I've graduated, I'm not sure what's the next step, but I know I have a lot of doors open. And a lot of those are open because I played football and ran track here at Otterbein.
As promised, here's a live look at the CNU Stevenson contest, and right away we see the captains scoring to make it 4-3 in the third. Again, the winner of this will play the winner of the game you're currently watching at Schellenberger Field, the Hornets and the Ducks, awaiting the winner of the Mustangs and the Captains. That will take place at Salisbury University. They are a predetermined Elite Eight Final Four site as well as RIT. So Rochester, New York, Salisbury, Maryland, they will be the hub of the D3 men's lacrosse world next weekend. We'll come back to that action at halftime as you take a look at some of the reserves from Lynchburg. Only 32 allowed to dress per NCAA rules, which is bogus in my opinion, especially when all Division I 51 players can dress up. But they're still here behind the bench supporting their fellow Hornets on and hoping to soak in this moment for another week when it's all said and done. At least they have the benefit of traveling, or not having to travel, I should say, and hosting, so they can be here. Of course, travel rosters will be lessened for the visitors, and so there may be some Ducks sitting at home taking in the action as opposed to being here. Coach Kudelka mentioned it yesterday, the point of frustration, especially in a game like that where you win 26-11. Those guys that you just saw on screen, they could have played yesterday. The game itself presented it in a way that they would have had a chance to play, and instead they had to watch from the sidelines, not even the sidelines, from the stands. Brett Rogers opens up the second quarter with his 4th goal of the weekend, and the Hornets back ahead. Rogers with his 28th goal of the season. So he leaves 27, which is his number, and gets to his brother's Lynchburg number 28. And his brother Kevin playing tonight at 5 p.m. for the High Point Panthers, sporting number 77 this year. So I don't think Brett's going to be able to get that total, but a little tough. Time running out on that. Riley Mitchell down the alley, gives away. Ryan Kenny finds room and misses up top. Lynchburg can sense it, a chance to take a 2-goal lead here. Rogers dishing, Robinson shooting, top shelf. Mom tries to hide those cookies, but you're going to find a way to pull the chocolate chips out and have a good old time. 4-2, Lynchburg. Great start to the quarter for the Hornets as Poley picks up another face-off for Lynchburg. They've won the opening 3 of this second stanza. Rogers sprinting to a spot. Comes back to his left. He can shoot with either one, and I believe it was deflected. Yes, it was. Zayer got a piece of that with his stick. Good work by 16 in black. Not going to be beat up top again, as the last 2 have gotten past him that way. Mitchell works around Quaid. Rogers switches to his left. Looking for room, now double teamed, over his shoulder, connects to Lewis. Up top here comes a shot from Dean, got deflected on its way through and eventually stopped by Zayer. Hold your breath moment if you're a Ducks fan on that possession. Good work by the visitors. And now they have a chance to respond for the first time in this second quarter after giving up 3 unanswered goals. Can they get another one? They cannot on that shot. Capless with the chance. The Hornets inching back to a closer margin in shots total. It's 17-14 now. It was 16-8 after the first quarter in favor of the Ducks. Brennan Sullivan gives to Burns. Pass connects to Savarese. Not much out of 24 yet. Great day yesterday with those 3 goals. Peter Robertson shading him. He breaks away, now gets collected and goes down thanks to Marshall Rodegast. Gephardt lets one fly, and it's Moore with the chance and a stop. Fifth save for the sophomore out of Alabama, Patrick Moore. Four minutes going by in the third. Lynchburg has scored 3 goals in the last 5 minutes of competitive play, going back to the last minute of quarter number 1. And now the Ducks will get the benefit of a turnover. Riley Mitchell tries to check it away, cannot. Good work by Roman Belisari. And he will exit stage left as the Ducks offense goes back to work. Actually, he comes back right in. Belisari will get it on the pass, a shot, and Moore is there for the stop. Now it's Lynchburg in transition. They've got the numbers. It's Josiah Martin down the middle. Dishes to Kenny. Cannot cleanly catch it, though. Pandemonium right now on this turf as each team throws long balls to get clears. No one able or wanting to slow it down yet. Eggleston hounded by some Hornets. And a chance to calm the waters for the Ducks. And look to bring it back to a 1-goal deficit on this possession. Ryan back at X. Gives it up to Savarese. Savarese, a right-handed shooter. Pupshis, knowing that, forced him to his left. Now he has to give it up. It's up top. Shot up high that misses. Ryan Kaplis again trying to find the back of the net. He is one of the two Ducks who have scored, Gephardt being the other. Good look by Gephardt, and Ryan finally, sigh of relief, says, I had so many chances yesterday. Today, Gephardt's ability to suck in two defenders leaves 91 open, and he bounces it home for the third goal of the day from Stevens. For Tyler Ryan, that is goal number 13 this season, and a big one to keep it close. Park goes down. Ritchie gets possession and just keeps it in play before crossing the sideline. Long pass. Mark Rodegas turns, has two men on, but the one that had a chance to take the ball away was subbing out. So after all of that, it's Lynchburg's Clayton Jones bouncing one that stopped off the chest of Zaire. Quick outlet pass ahead to Quaid. Kyle Lewis playing defense right now. The attackman staying with Quaid. 7-on-7. Number that is. So keep an eye on that as Burns brings it down the near side. Coulter. Looking at Peter Robertson. Partial screen, they switch. Robertson stays back. Now with Gephardt as Ryan works against Pupshis. Robertson trying to keep up with Gephardt. Has all kinds of time, thought about it. Now will go for it, and it's stopped off the stick of Moore. Rogers too tall for Dean. And Robinson there for the backup as Lynchburg wants to talk things over. Up by one, 4-3 with 7.5 to go in the first half. We've got ourselves a good one on LHSN. Why would you want to be anywhere else? Right here is where you need to be. Back in a moment.
College has given me the flexibility to pursue my passions and my interests, and I've recreated my identity for myself aside from just being an athlete.
My greatest personal discovery has been that I am capable of doing things that I didn't know I was capable of doing.
To be able to study what I wanted to and continue to play the sport I love, all of those things came together very nicely in one package in Division III.
I just wanted to get good grades and to do well. But it also made me realize that I have a lot of career goals.
You're there to get a full college experience, not only participate in your sport, but participate in things outside of that. And it's all about growing as a person.
My coaches have helped me with figuring out who I really am. Their lives are dedicated for us to succeed.
Trammell Robinson, Kyle Lewis, a part of a Lynchburg team that leads by one with 7:35 to go. And now some folks have come out to the track since it's no longer raining. Of course, they are sucked into the lives of their phones, so they're not really realizing that they're on camera. We're just going to hold it there. Dang, that could have been better. We'll try again later. Stevens leading in shots 22-15. 10-8 in shots on goal. Lynchburg has outscored Stevens 3-1 since the last minute of play in the first quarter. Mitchell with a dangerous pass, but just does connect with Lewis. Rogers beats his man to the top side. Turf Monster grabs his ankle, but he's able to get back up. And we'll try again. Rogers working on Coulter. To his left, open is Robinson, but he was not able to hold on to possession rearing back for that shot, got away from him. So Ryan will scoop it up near that Ducks bench, stays in play, tosses it over, looking for Coyle. And eventually the Ducks will slow it down. Got to watch out for 55 in black. Jason Coyle with 2 shots yesterday and a goal. Dangerous on those transition moments as the trailing guy. Burns with Martin stepping out. Sullivan, Ryan, Savarese working on Nestor. Ball comes loose. Rolls out top side. Darminio able to scoop it up there. Chris Darminio trotting across midfield. Passes for Kenny, who cannot catch the ball so far in the first half. Not fully on him. There have been some passes that weren't quite on the mark. But you got to look out if you're the Ducks when he does make the catch. Get ready to defend a shot. Second line of midfielders for the Hornets. Poley working against Eggleston. Dylan Wolf, sidestep. Long pass to Mitchell. Nothing opening up on the perimeter. So now Robinson will switch to the other side of the formation, and once again, Kenny struggling on those passes, but the ball rolls fortuitously to Lewis. Out top here to Ty Mitchell, and that one goes off the back of Brennan. Good check by Ryan Kenny. And the whistle will keep it here with the Hornets. 30 seconds to shoot. Mitchell trying to beat Belisari. Lewis back at X. Great passing from this point on the field, and it works again. The worm burner throwing beads up in the air and putting another goal on the board for Ryan Kenny. Seventh goal of the weekend for Ryan Kenny, first one of the day, and Lynchburg takes a 2-goal advantage once again. Larry Park with a face-off win. Ritchie with a good back check. It'll stay in play for Savarese to hold it there. Four and a half minutes to play so far. It has been a very balanced game. The Ducks with a slim 2-1 advantage for a lot of that first quarter. Lynchburg going up 4-2, then it was 4-3. And most recently, Kenny putting it back to a 2-goal deficit for Stevens. The offense sputtering a large majority of this quarter and the end of the first. Still out shooting Lynchburg 22-16. Shots on goal numbers are much closer now, 10-9 in favor of the Ducks. There's a shot and a shot on goal. Moore with another save. That's his 8th. Tyler Gallagher collects the pass. He's not afraid to shoot. Wisely gives it up to Rogers, though. Throws it back to Dean, knew where he would be. Dean to his right hand, dishes to Kenny, lets one go and finds the back of the net again. I told you, as soon as he catches it, once he figures out how to make a catch, it's donezo. Great look at it there. Dean with the great pass. And you're seeing in that play a team that is very comfortable with one another, a team that has lots of great chemistry. The benefit of having that many guys come back for a fifth year, it's on autopilot in certain instances. You saw Rogers, he didn't even know for sure that Dean was behind him. He just threw it back there, feeling like he would be there, and he was right, and it turns into another goal. That's when a team is dangerous, when they don't have to think about what they're doing. They just do it. And this Lynchburg team proving again, as we mentioned yesterday, they get better throughout a contest. They get better with each quarter, and they're showing it once more on this field where they are 12-0 in 2021. Rogers, it does cross. Disappointment for Zaire. He knew he got it initially, and then it creeped click, 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 across the goal line for Rogers' second of the day. Lynchburg pulling away in the second quarter. The rain has stopped, but still some trickle action on that goal as Lynchburg wins another face-off. 7-5 advantage there, and Jones looking for his second of the weekend. Bounces one wide left. Five of the 6 goals this quarter coming from Lynchburg. They have scored 6 of the last 7 in the game. Currently 3 unanswered. That's twice that they have done that. Make it 4 unanswered with Riley Mitchell's first of the day, and it was a heat-seeking missile from Mitchell the younger. Words aren't needed when it looks that nice. th goal of the season for Riley Mitchell. 6th Hornet with 25 goals or more. Stripped, picked up, Darminio driving, shooting, and a save from Zaire. But now loose outside the crease, picked up. Ritchie looking for a rebound. Instead, it was knocked away by Joe Cawley, and the Ducks will bring it back across midfield. Can they respond? They've got to stop the bleeding sometime soon. It has been a long time since we've talked about the offense having possession. Gephardt trying to keep it away from the whacking stick of Jack Albright. And it's going to be Patrick Moore out of his goal, picking up the possession and sending it ahead to Brooks Poley. Moore took one in the chops for that play as well, but used the chops to talk a little smack once he got up. Hits don't hurt as much when you're winning. Rogers on a dead sprint. Got to watch for the spin dodge. How about you watch for the bouncer in? Hat trick again for Brett Rogers. Another reason why this Lynchburg team is dangerous. You do not always know what they are planning to do because they're so talented. Rogers generally would like to spin back to his left, maybe then again to his right. Instead, finds his way down the alley, and at the end of it, his 3rd goal of the day. Avalanche of bodies on the turf here as they all vie for one tiny white ball. Who will come away with it? Still bouncing around. I feel bad for the ball at this point. And eventually Tyler Ryan scoops it up. Under 1 minute to play in the second quarter. And Coach Peluso knows they have to score on this possession, so they'll stop and talk it over. All Hornets here in the second stanza of this second round matchup. The winner moving on to the Elite Eight. It's 9-3 Lynchburg.
Football has taught me a lot throughout my life. It's definitely had a huge imprint on who I am as a person. Competing at a Division III level created that opportunity for me to go to college. Not only was I the first one in my family to graduate college, but I was really the first one to even go. Being the first one, I'm breaking that cycle, and now that I've graduated, I'm not sure what's the next step, but I know I have a lot of doors open. And a lot of those are open because I played football and ran track here at Otterbein.
I learned a lot of valuable lessons playing college football. I never thought about the health benefits of exercise until I actually started to talk to coaches in college. It's not only just for performance, it's for life. My coaches instilled the importance of well-being, not only building up strength, mental health, getting enough sleep, eating properly is all what it is to be healthy. I decided that I want to go on a personal trainer and share my knowledge that I obtained in college about physical and mental well-being.
Well, those women's soccer players are excited. How about the men's? No. How about women's lacrosse? No. Field hockey, maybe? No. Them not them either. Oh, Nathan's excited. not surprised there. Ducks fans not too excited about what they've seen here in the second quarter. Only one goal to show for. Meanwhile, Lynchburg has scored 7. But one goal here is all the Ducks need to feel like they have a chance in the second half with 30 minutes to work with. 40 seconds left in the quarter, down by 6. Have not scored since 9:14 remaining in this second period of play. Taking their time to set things up. They certainly don't want to give Lynchburg any more time if there is a shot that's missed. Now flying in is Kaplis. Pushed off his line. Not sure what he was complaining about. He's going to have to hurry up, running out of time. Connects to Gephardt. He doesn't mind shooting, but he won't get a chance to. How about the pickpocket from Jack Albright? Long shot that misses. And 2.1 on the clock. Lynchburg's defense going to have to make sure they don't allow a long shot attempt to find its way past Patrick Moore. And there is that long shot from Cawley. And the horn sounds to complete the first half of play. The Hornets on top in this second round matchup, 9-3. We'll step aside for a few moments, be back with highlights and more. You're watching the Division III Men's Lacrosse Tournament second round action on LHSN.
I was looking for a school that could provide me with the athletics, academics to pursue my career, a wind symphony to pursue my passion for music, and really have a nice general atmosphere. The professors here are really unique, their background and their passion for teaching. It's really a place where you can explore. Lynchburg gives you the opportunity to fail, but also get back up in that period of time and learn from your mistakes. I can make these mistakes within the school environment, but also with the support of other friends, and be ready for the real world when you graduate.
Stevens Institute of Technology is a student-centric research university driven by the belief that if you create an environment where passion is nurtured, results will follow. At Stevens, our passion is for sharing knowledge, creating opportunities, and enabling discovery. We're committed to launching the next great creators, innovators, and entrepreneurs. Our passion is creating opportunities for students to have hands-on experiences, engage in faculty-mentored research, and gain access to industry partners. That passion drives our research, from cancer treatments and quantum networks to financial systems, artificial intelligence, and machine learning. Our students design award-winning resilient housing, explore the intersections of art and technology, and aim to launch rockets into space. We are creating stronger cybersecurity, smarter health apps, agile robots, and intelligent treatments for disease. Our passion for collaboration has led to mutually beneficial relationships with industry partners, and we are building new, cutting-edge facilities to fuel these passions. We get results. Results that attract employers who know that problem solvers are the difference makers in our world. At Stevens, creativity is unleashed, new thinking emerges, and the future of innovation is inspired. This is no ordinary pursuit. It's our passion.
Diving in college taught me to strive and be the best athlete I can be, but also the best student I can be. My coaches always made sure that the student comes first, because not everyone's gonna become a professional athlete. So they make sure that we will do great in academics. I knew that would only open the door to my future, and I'm really excited to start my dream program for physical therapy.
Being a part of the different activities and organizations that I've been a part of, I'm actually able to see myself where I'm like, hey, I actually can make a change. I'm one person that can make a difference.
Division III has helped me to develop teamwork skills, critical thinking skills, time management skills.
It's not just about basketball, or it's not just about school, it's about developing yourself as a person altogether.
Halftime here at Schellenberger Field on the campus of University of Lynchburg. The Hornets leading the Ducks right now 9-3. Well, the winner of this will play the winner of Stevenson and CNU. Let's take a quick look over at that pod. And right now the host team, the Mustangs, trailing by 3 with about 6 minutes to go to the captains. If CNU would win, if Lynchburg holds on, that'll be the third meeting between the Hornets and the captains. The rubber match as they split the regular season meetings, if that can happen. But still some time left there. Lots of time left here. A whole half remaining to see if the Ducks can pull off the comeback here in Lynchburg, Virginia.
College has given me the flexibility to pursue my passions and my interests, and I've recreated my identity for myself aside from just being an athlete.
My greatest personal discovery has been that I am capable of doing things that I didn't know I was capable of doing.
To be able to study what I wanted to and continue to play the sport I love, all of those things came together very nicely in one package in Division III.
I just wanted to get good grades and to do well. But it also made me realize that I have a lot of career goals.
You're there to get a full college experience, not only participate in your sport, but participate in things outside of that, and it's all about growing as a person.
My coaches have helped me with figuring out who I really am. Their lives are dedicated for us to succeed.
Football has taught me a lot throughout my life. It's definitely had a huge imprint on who I am as a person. Competing at a Division III level created that opportunity for me to go to college. Not only was I the first one in my family to graduate college, but I was really the first one to even go. Being the first one, I'm breaking that cycle, and now that I've graduated, I'm not sure what's the next step, but I know I have a lot of doors open. And a lot of those are open because I played football and ran track here at Otterbein.
I learned a lot of valuable lessons playing college football. I never thought about the health benefits of exercise until I actually started to talk to coaches in college. It's not only just for performance, it's for life. My coaches instilled the importance of well-being, not only building up strength, mental health, getting enough sleep, eating properly is all what it is to be healthy. I decided that I want to go on a personal trainer and share my knowledge that I obtained in college about physical and mental well-being.
Being a part of the different activities and organizations that I've been a part of, I'm actually able to see myself where I'm like, hey, I actually can make a change. I'm one person that can make a difference.
Division III has helped me to develop teamwork skills, critical thinking skills, time management skills.
It's not just about basketball or it's not just about school, it's about developing yourself as a person altogether.
Welcome back to University of Lynchburg. Very happy reserve group for the Hornets. The sun's not here, but they're trying to make it come out with the guns in those Adidas outfits. We're going to go back in time a little bit and check out the first half. And, well, for the Ducks, it was a great first quarter. They kept Lynchburg at bay. It was 2-2 after the first quarter of play. It was 2-1 for a long time, it felt like. But that second quarter, the Hornets is absolutely taking over, taking charge, scoring 7 of the 8 goals total in the second quarter, and that's why they have the 9-3 advantage to this point. Individually, some of the usual suspects for the Hornets. When you take a look, you see that Brett Rogers has a hat trick to go along with 2 assists, Colin Dean with 2 goals, Ryan Kenny also with 2 goals, 8 saves for Patrick Moore. For the Ducks, it's Ryan Gephardt with a goal, Kaplis with 1, and Tyler Ryan with 1. Jake Zayer has faced 22 shots, has only stopped 5. Well, clearly, everyone is excited to be here today. Hey, Kate Kolb, she is pumped. She is happy to be here. How about her and her program, women's basketball, with one of the 7 ODAC championships this year since January 17th when Lynchburg began athletics again. 9 championship appearances, 7 championship victories, and perhaps still a chance for an 8th because Lynchburg baseball is starting their 3rd of the 3-game series in the semifinal round right now down on Fox Field, taking on the Eagles of Bridgewater College. They split yesterday's contest. With a win today, the Hornets of Lynchburg baseball would host the ODAC championship on Friday. Could be a very big week on campus and beyond. Graduation starting Thursday, a couple of days worth of that. Just talked about baseball's chances, and of course, if Lynchburg can hold on, they'll be hitting the road up to Salisbury, Maryland to battle what is likely, for the 3rd time, the captains of CNU. As you saw during our live look-in, as we went to break, CNU scored again. So it was 9-3 at that point as they tried to upset the host school, Stevenson. Big moment for the Ducks, and another capless shot that misses the mark, but more importantly, they had possession at the start of the quarter. No way you can complete a comeback if you don't have chances to shoot. Savarese doesn't have a chance to move anywhere. Great defense by Pupchus. Ryan Gephardt in a position he's not typically in, up top of the formation. Sullivan, nowhere to go, forced to give it up, 7 seconds to shoot. Burns. Long shot, misses wide. Did Moore get a piece of it? No. Shot clock violation for the Lynchburg defense. So here comes Lynchburg with 14 shots on goal in that first half. Converting on 9. Mitchell with 1 of those goals. Each team with 7 turnovers. Mitchell, Kenny looking for a hat trick again. We'll have to wait a little bit longer for that. He averages 3.5 goals per start. Skip pass to Mitchell. Riley Mitchell with his left hand bounces one just high. And the Ducks will get possession back. Zaire pressured by Robinson. Got to get it away. 10 seconds to get it across midfield. Hinfey. Crossfield pass. Connects with Cauley. And gets it across with 1 second to spare. Before a violation, much like the sport of basketball. You had 10 seconds to get it across. Well, the field's a little bit bigger than hardwood, so 20 seconds to get it across midfield. Ryan Gephardt just trying to find some room. Found some, but then it was quickly closed off by his counterpart wearing 42, Marshall Rodegast. Tyler Ryan, one of the 3 goals for the Ducks. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Working back at X, trying to find a sliver of space. Now we'll let it fly, and Moore is there again. Save number 9 for 41. Fortuitous bounce for the Hornets. Still have a chance in transition. Rogers smacks it away from harm. Robinson picks it up, and they all decide it's better to slow it down. Lynchburg still trailing in the shots department. That is not usual for them, certainly not in wins. But more importantly, they have been more accurate with their shots on target. Again, 14 shots on goal, 9 have gotten past. Stevenson with 12 shots on goal. But Patrick Moore has played very well in between the pipes to help out the defense's cause. As that one careens off a few bodies, rolls across midfield. A battle here. Tyler Mitchell recovers. Now some sticks jabbing at it, and it's Tyler Gallagher who wins it for the Hornets. "15 seconds to get a shot away. Poley flies it up top. Smacks it off the big L there on the top crossbar. And collects his first of the day, his first of the weekend. His 10th of the season. The Hornets are 17-1 this season when they score 10 goals or more. They have reached that threshold with 10 minutes to go in the third quarter. Quentin Ritchie, face-off win, holds possession, and calmly sends it back to Trammell Robinson. Rogers, nowhere to go. Big muscle moment for Noah France. Somebody had their Wheaties today. Kenny, out top. Rogers misses it left. The Ducks coaching staff incensed by something. I'm not sure what they're upset about, but they are making their point known to the near side official, who is calmly responding to them. Yeah, they're still talking about the ball going across midfield. That's been almost a minute gone by since then. Instead of watching the play, they're still beefing with the official. As Lynchburg looks for a chance to score, they had one. It was knocked away by Zaire. Pressure comes, but calmly getting it away was Crotty, graduate student from the Queen City, Charlotte, North Carolina. You might be able to hear some of the crowd from Lynchburg talking about Coach Peluso still arguing the call from a long time ago. Interesting move psychologically, as his team is in desperate need of a goal, down by 7 and not showing any signs of getting into a rhythm on offense. Gephardt, great pass and a stop either by Moore or the cage, I'm not sure. Rebound was there, but Sullivan off target. No save credited to Moore, so the folks down the field may have had a better angle or just not sure. Now they do put it up, so it is a save for Moore. Doesn't have to worry about saving that one. The Ducks just aren't on target. I mean, they're getting shots away, but they're well off. 10 times they've been stopped by Moore, of course, but they have 30 total shots. And especially here late, as of late, just not accurate enough. Darminio scoops up the ground ball, wants it back, doesn't get it. Instead, it's going to be Cole Nestor. Nestor scoring yesterday for his first goal of the year, and turns it over here. Cawley wisely gives it back to Kaplis on the trail. Kaplis lets one go, and not enough speed on that one. Easy save for Patrick Moore. What a connection to Brett Rogers on the run. Here come the Hornets swarming in the offensive zone. Inside to Robinson. Bang! Lewis with yet another assist to his season. Robinson with his second of the day. His 44th of the year. For Kyle Lewis, it's his third assist of the afternoon. Face-off win for the Ducks. They have done well considerably against a very good Lynchburg team in that department, now leading that stat 9-8. Lynchburg as a unit, 64% on face-offs as the Ducks finally get back on the board. It's Michael Burns. Burns with his 29th of the season. Couple goals this weekend. Trying to be the catalyst for what would be a huge comeback. And eventually that one finds Tyler Gallagher. Throws it back to Moore, and the Hornets will get possession. That's going to play a huge factor for the Ducks' chances to come back if they aren't able to string together a couple possessions in a row. Certainly down by too much to get into a back-and-forth affair. Under 6 minutes left. Third quarter, much more vanilla than the second. 3 goals total. 2 for Lynchburg, 1 for Stevens. Rogers just got it away, and it finds its way to the big cross of Zaire. Good closeout by Bubba Brennan and his buddy Aiden Hinfey. Burns sprinting in, wanting the ball, doesn't get it. Kaplis will take it instead. And they'll work it around outside with Savarese. Savarese to Burns. Sidesteps Robertson. Kaplis looking for Gephardt. Tight went in on the body, so hard to pull in. And Ryan cannot keep it in play. It becomes the Ducks' 9th turnover of the day. Each team now with 9 mistakes. Each team has caused 5 of the others' 9 mistakes. Poley, Kenny, Mitchell, and a miss left of the cage. Tough pass, even harder to pull in when you don't have a stick. Here comes Lynchburg, GLE, Robinson clangs it off the bar. It rolls away and scooped up by Coulter. Now the Ducks can get the Hornets on their heels. Coulter, inside, outside, down the alley, looking for some help, and eventually will give it up to Ryan. Now he's out top and finding Belisari. Nowhere to go for him. Good work by Lynchburg's defense. Could have easily been out of position there. Instead, the Ducks will have to reset on offense to look for goal number 5. Whiteside rolls back, gives to Gephardt, who's again playing out the top of the formation. Interesting move here. Typically makes his hay goal line extended. Good look here, and it is knocked away. Savarese still looking for his first goal of the day. It does reset the shot clock, but it does not matter in the end. Coulter not able to hang on. Becomes a turnover. Now Lynchburg trying to take advantage in transition. It's Kyle Lewis. Hesitation. Drive in. Lost the ball. And Martin will scoop it up. Two and a half minutes to play in the third quarter. The Hornets have been subdued more in this third, but the Ducks haven't found any rhythm, and the Hornets are still flying high enough to stay above the flapping wings of the Ducks, and they go up 12-4. Hat-trick goal for Trammell Robinson. Lynchburg firmly in control of a game that, just looking at stats, you would think is so much closer. 34-31 shots advantage for Stevens. 18-15 shots on goal advantage for Lynchburg. The saves area is where there's a little bit of a larger discrepancy, with Moore having 11 saves and Zaire with just 6. Face-offs are even at 9. Ground balls, there's about a 9 ground ball difference there. Turnovers, 10-9. I mean, everything is pretty even throughout. Neither team has had a man-up opportunity yet. But it comes down to accuracy. And the Hornets on the season have proved to be a very accurate team with 62% shots on goal percentage. Of their shots taken, well over half have been on target this year. And they're proving that again here today. That being the difference. Burns, roll dodge to his left. Man, this defense for Lynchburg is smothering. just like I like my hash browns from Waffle House. Ryan Gephardt, he likes that sidewinder shot a lot, and it works out for him, his second of the day. And it comes from a different spot. Gephardt's just one of those guys, doesn't matter what the game is presenting to him or to his teammates, he can be counted on to help the team score. Unfortunately, he hasn't had the rest of his band together as tight-knit. If they can win the next minute, that could help them with momentum. Instead, they lose the face-off, and it's Quentin Ritchie dishing to Kenny. And now Lynchburg can hold for the last shot. Five goals scored this quarter. Lynchburg with 3. And they hold a 7-goal lead. This matches their largest lead of the game. They've been here twice. Once again, a fake lob and a turnover. Kenny couldn't find Robinson on the initial look, so he forced one. And fortunate for Lynchburg, Joe Cawley threw it away. 3 seconds. Long shot, stopped by Zaire, and that will do it for the third quarter of play. 15 minutes away from finding out who makes it to the Elite Eight next Saturday at Salisbury. It's 12-5 Lynchburg after 3 quarters here on LHSN.
Football has taught me a lot throughout my life. It's definitely had a huge imprint on who I am as a person. Competing at a Division III level created that opportunity for me to go to college. Not only was I the first one in my family to graduate college, but I was really the first one to even go. Being the first one, I'm breaking that cycle, and now that I've graduated, I'm not sure what's the next step, but I know I have a lot of doors open. And a lot of those are open because I played football and ran track here at Otterbein.
I learned a lot of valuable lessons playing college football. I never thought about the health benefits of exercise until I actually started to talk to coaches in college. It's not only just for performance, it's for life. My coaches instilled the importance of well-being, not only building up strength, mental health, getting enough sleep, eating properly is all what it is to be healthy. I decided that I want to go on a personal trainer and share my knowledge that I obtained in college about physical and mental well-being.
3 quarters gone by for the Hornets and the Ducks here on LHSN. I'm Joe Hutzler, happy to be your narrator on this journey today as we take one step closer toward knowing who our final 8 are in the NCAA Division III tournament. We know that CNU is moving on. They defeated Stevenson 10-5. We also know Illinois Wesleyan with an 18-14 win is also one of the 8. Right now, some other scores. Tufts leads St. John Fisher 13-10 in the third quarter. York on top of Franklin and Marshall 8-6 in the third quarter. Salisbury terrifying the Cavaliers of Cabrini 12-2 in the third quarter of play. Colorado College leads Center 16-4 also in the third quarter. RIT and SUNY Cortland about to get underway as Lynchburg continues to pile it on here in this one, now up by 8. This is their largest lead of the game, and it's courtesy of Lewis to Kenny one more time. And a save from Zaire. That is number 8 for him today. Kyle Lewis with 3 assists. 2 players now make it 3 players for Lynchburg with a hat trick. Trammell Robinson, Brett Rogers, and Ryan Kenny. Kenny continuing his torrid pace of averaging a hat trick per start in his 13th start of the year. Averages 4.3 points per contest as well. So he's right up there with guys like Lewis and Collandine. He just doesn't have the games played that they do, which makes it even more impressive. Ryan gives to Gephardt. Skip pass out top. Here's the shot, and it got deflected on its way in, so an easy one for Moore to stop. Robertson takes the contact from Burns and will head across midfield. Peter Robertson. I thought he was going to take a shot. Still looking for one, looking for a goal. But that is the one thing that separates Lynchburg from a lot of programs is every one of these guys have bought into their role. No matter what it was in high school, it's different to be successful in college. And as long as they win, they don't care how they help make that happen. Mitchell to Rogers, who was ready to shoot before he caught it. Kick back, Robertson picks it up, looking for Kenny. And it's going to be an easy one to pick up for our new goalie, Danny Tierney, a senior out of Havertown, Pennsylvania, getting a chance in goal in perhaps his final game as a Duck. Savarese still looking for the back of the net and still waiting. Stevens' cast of goal scorers just hasn't shown up the way that they did yesterday against Catholic. A lot of that was in the first quarter. Remember, it was 7-2 at the end of the first. Gephardt missing short side. But the Ducks scored just 9 throughout the rest of the game. So it was really that first quarter that catapulted them to a lead large enough to hold the Cardinals at bay. It was 2-2 at the end of the first quarter today, and then Lynchburg took control in a big way in the second quarter, scoring 7 of the 8 goals in that quarter and taking a 9-3 advantage into half. Brett Rogers down the alley again and just look for a hop, skip, and a jump into his 4th goal. Not able to connect. But the Hornets finding themselves in yet another comfortable position at home. They will not have the luxury of playing here anymore. But what an impressive year on Schellenberger Field if they hold on to win today, winning all 13 contests on Lakeside Drive. Good look ahead to Belisari. Belisari dishes it to Savarese. Quickly closed out on by Pupchis, who has played fantastic on defense today. And you got to give a lot of credit to the entire defense. They're never going to get the love that the offense gets. They don't even make the highlight reels. But the fact that they only given up 5 goals today says enough. Between the guys in front of Moore and Moore himself with 11 saves, that has been a huge difference maker in this game. Stevens still out shooting Lynchburg 38-36 overall. And when it comes to shots on goal, it's still pretty tight in that area as well. 22-16 in favor of Lynchburg as we get our first bit of laundry on the field today. It's going to go against the Hornets as Kaplis lets it fly and finally finds the back of the net. Not for a lack of trying for 50 in black. We'll see if they wave off the goal. I'm sorry, wave off the penalty because of the goal. For Kaplis, it's his 3rd goal of the weekend, his 31st of the season. And they're going to call a hit to the head against Lynchburg unreleasable. Clayton Jones will be in the penalty area for 1 minute. Lynchburg would do themselves a favor with a win on the faceoff. Quentin Ritchie 1-on-3, almost got it. But it's the Ducks that are able to set up the extra man offense. 1 for 2 yesterday against the Catholic Cardinals. .920 remaining in regulation. Ducks down 7. In a sport like lacrosse, you can average at least a goal per minute, so there's still an opportunity as that one deflects wide. May have gone off the body or the stick of Gallagher, so Moore did not have to make a play on it. Ryan, good look, but Burns too tall on the chance. Now it's Gephardt quickly off the rebound. We're back to even strength. Here's a shot from Kaplis, and it's saved by Patrick Moore. Quickly gives it to Peter Robertson. 4-on-3 advantage for the Hornets. Now it's Lewis looking for Kenny. No, it's Robinson, and his 4th of the day. That sequence right there is why Lynchburg is a top 5 team. It's why they are one of the favorites to make it to Connecticut. They hold off the Ducks. They get a chance in transition. They make it count. And for Tramwell Robinson, the Texas hat trick, his 4th of the afternoon. And a goal that really puts the Ducks on the ropes. Twelfth face-off win of the day for the Hornets. They win 64% of their face-offs taken. Things have been a little bit tighter this postseason than what they experienced in the regular season. As Poley spins quickly a pass that finds Dylan Wolf. A lefty shooter looking for room. Takes a shot to his left side, hits his wallet, bounces back up to sprint off the field. Now the Ducks on the other end, and a bouncer that gets past Moore from 36. That's Sean Coulter, the senior from Pennsylvania, getting on the score sheet in his potential final game. That's the stuff you got to see from the Ducks. Don't waste time trying to set things up in transition. Go for goal. Coulter does. And he scores for the 17th time this season. High bouncer that's collected by Clayton Jones. He escapes 2 defenders. And Lynchburg will once again most likely try to waste time during this play clock. Lewis might want to give it up. No, he'll just escape from 3 black shirts. And the offense will go back to work. Bouncer that got deflected and goes high over top of Tierney and the goal. Lynchburg shooting 63%. Their shots on goal percentage is 63% today. Meanwhile, the Ducks at 47%, making their lives harder. Generally not bad to be around 50%. Just not when the other team is doing that much better. Capless, a bouncer, stopped by Moore, just like he does in practice. Coach Kudelka shooting at him. Pups just takes a tumble, but in the end, it's the Hornets in transition again, and that pass off the mark for Robinson. Two empty possessions for Lynchburg's offense. That's good for Stevens, but they have to capitalize with full ones. Now under 6 minutes to play, down by 7. Ryan working against Martin, lets it go and misses it wide right. And Lynchburg will obtain possession thanks to the run out by Moore. Stellar day for the sophomore, 14 saves. Helping Lynchburg keep yet another opponent under 10 goals. The only time they've lost this year is when they give up more than 10. A 10-9 defeat to Christopher Newport in overtime at CNU. A 12-10 defeat to W&L at Washington and Lee. They answered with some revenge the very next game against those opponents. And if things hold true here, they will see the captains again, as they defeated Stevenson earlier today 10-5. So it'll be the third time the Hornets battle the captains, this time in a neutral site at Salisbury University. Take the shot. There's the goal. Nolan Quaid, the freshman from Branchburg, New Jersey, saw an opening, took advantage for his 6th goal of the year. Coach Kudelka talking to his bench saying, hey guys, we got to finish this one out. Certainly feels comfortable, but no need to slack off. Poley sprints to his right on Coulter. Collects another defender, dishes it to Wolf, and Wolf has nowhere to go. Good closeout by Stemkovsky. And another potential turnover caused by the defense of the Ducks. Tracking that down to keep it from being a turnover against them was Tierney. There is a turnover, costly one at this juncture of the game for the Ducks. Their 13th of the day. Time becoming a crucial issue for Stevens, as it becomes a moment of when, not if. The win is about 3 minutes. Lewis breaks away from his defender and wanted Robinson out front. Pass was behind him, and that ball did go across midfield, so over and back. Stevens got a pressure. There is pressure from Lynchburg, and it's turned over. Jack Albright just gets it across. And now the Hornets can sense it. An unblemished season at home. Another opponent held under 10 goals, an opponent that averages more than 10 per contest. It's a very balanced effort from Lynchburg in all three phases. They've been held well under their average shots per game total, with just 39 so far. But more importantly, their shots on goal percentage is well over 60. As Coach Kudelka calls the timeout to keep Lynchburg in possession. A little bit of extracurricular play, but nothing to get too worked up over. 1:59 to go. The writing's on the wall, and it spells LYN.
College has given me the flexibility to pursue my passions and my interests, and I've recreated my identity for myself aside from just being an athlete.
My greatest personal discovery has been that I am capable of doing things that I didn't know I was capable of doing.
To be able to study what I wanted to and continue to play the sport I love, all of those things came together very nicely in one package in Division III.
I just wanted to get good grades and to do well. But it also made me realize that I have a lot of career goals.
You're there to get a full college experience, not only participate in your sport, but participate in things outside of that. And it's all about growing as a person.
My coaches have helped me with figuring out who I really am. Their lives are dedicated for us to succeed.
Oh, there's a good boy. Yes, we got a dog shot. I love it. And the Hornet fans are loving today's, man, he looks super scared to be on camera right now. The Hornet fans are loving what they've seen today. Lynchburg on their way to an Elite Eight appearance next Saturday against the captains of Christopher Newport as they hold a 14-8 advantage with less than 2 minutes to go. Some different faces on the field for Lynchburg. Riley Schmidt taking it all the way around the world here. Still holding possession. Nobody in net. Now eventually it's knocked away. And a push is called on Stevens, so Lynchburg will keep it with a fresh shot clock just to add insult to the Ducks' efforts. A fantastic year for Stevens. They're going to finish with a 14-3 record overall, but another championship for them, another trip to the NCAA tournament. Coach Peluso's got a good group on his roster and on his staff, and they will be yet another threat in the MAC Freedom in 2022. Lynchburg's record will improve to 18-2 overall, 13-0 here at home as they earn a trip north to Salisbury next Saturday. Stay glued if you're a Hornets fan to lynchburgsports.com and on social media at Lynchburg Sports on Facebook and Instagram to find out when the time will be for that Elite Eight match with CNU. The Hornets doing an excellent job of ball control with all the pressure, not concerned about trying to score again, more concerned about what comes at the horn. Victory. Well-fought battle today in the second round. The Hornets not winning every category, but winning the one that matters most. Trammell Robinson leading the way with 4 goals. Ryan Kenny with 3. Brett Rogers with 3 and 2 assists. Patrick Moore, an excellent day. 14 saves on 45 shots faced. As the horn sounds, the Hive has spoken, and Lynchburg moving on to the Elite Eight. A 14-8 victory today for Lynchburg. They punched their ticket to the next round of the Division III Men's Lacrosse Tournament. We hope you have enjoyed this weekend's action on LHSN. A huge shout out to the entire crew for what they have been able to do all year long. Over 110 broadcasts since January 17th, and hopefully we've got some more to come on the baseball diamond. As we leave you with highlights, we remind you to stay up to date with everything on NCAA.com throughout the rest of the tournament, and we hope that you enjoy the rest of your Sunday. For the whole LHSN crew, I'm Joe Hutzler saying so long from Lynchburg, Virginia. The Hornets victorious over the Ducks.